everybody. Just wanted to speak a little bit on the accidental discharge I had this weekend with my Holo AR Spanish pistol. And I want to show you the components that I suspect and pretty much know were the problem and what I'm doing to fix it. I want to show you the moment that it happened, and then I'll get into the details of what I'm going to do from there. Sorry. And I'll bet you it didn't look around. Yeah, it did. Okay. The magazine popped out. And that was crazy. Didn't like that at all. Okay, hello everybody. Navy Vet 76 in the garage with the Holo AR taken apart. Actually, it was pretty easy to come apart. And I discovered what the misfire was, or the accidental discharge, let's say. And the problem, let me get some light on this. I don't know how to do that. Okay. The problem is right here. This part goes into this. This is the hammer, and it has two cocking positions evidently. We've got one here and another one there. And this piece catches on that, and when you push the trigger, it pushes that back and releases the hammer. Well, that's all rounded off. See how worn that is? And that's what the problem is. It wasn't, I could push that hammer forward with my hand when it was fully cocked. With my fingers, I could decock it just by pushing the hammer. So there's no sharp edge here anymore to catch into that catch point right here on the hammer, and that's what caused the problem. The fun part's getting it back together. It's really not much different than the Ruby in the way it works. Your trigger pushes this bar back right here. This bar pushes down on this, and this is your disconnector, and disconnects it so that it can't fire. But when it's ready to fire, this piece sets in there like that, and this here pushes on that, swings this forward and releases the hammer, and it's worn. I don't know if I should just file that sharp again, or if I should have a little bead of weld put on there. I may just try and file it sharp again. Just take a little bit off the top till it's sharp. And it's not taking that much off. It should actually be okay. So I'm going to do that. All right. That's where I'm at with this now. Pretty easy fix, actually. Now I'm just going to mill some off until I get that radius where it's worn removed. Hopefully it doesn't take too much off. see it's taken quite a bit there. Took a little more. Alright, so I'm going to just touch that edge there so it doesn't have a super sharp corner with a stone. We don't want a big radius there, that's what caused the problem to begin with. Okay. Now we'll just put it back in the firearm and see how it does. I'm also replacing the spring. The spring that was in there. Is probably not strong enough to hold that up against the hammer. So that's the other thing I'm going to do. Okay, well, I got that piece back home and I am going to attempt to put this together, and this hammer spring is going to be a real pain. So I'm going to try slipping this in first, and then I'm going to use the screw for the hammer. I think I put it in right, yeah. Then I gotta try and stretch that spring and then pin it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. I gotta catch that. I can't really see it there. I gotta figure out how to stretch that spring. I have some picks here. If I can get in there and grab that spring, maybe I can pull it over the pin. I just need to catch on that pin. Okay, come on. Having a hard time seeing it here. Close that. Just stretch it. Pull it. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Yeah, that's a tight spring. I need some way of grabbing that spring. I know you can't see what I'm doing. But I need to get that spring pulled back somehow. It's hard to see, I can't see in the dark. That's not going to work because I got to be down inside here. Actually, that other pick was probably the best one. I just need to be able to pull it and pin it. Yeah. It was easy coming apart. I'm not sure how to do this. I gotta get it down in there. Oh, I wonder if I do it the other way. Maybe this hammer, maybe I can get that down in there and then stretch it the other way. Where there's a way. Okay, now the hammer spring is whopper job there. Okay, now I'm going to try hooking the spring on the pin. can't see anything. Okay. Let's spring. Right there. Okay, it's on the pin. Just tap it in just a little bit. Now can I pull the hammer up and into that hole? It's got to go quite a ways. So how do I push that without stabbing myself? Here's the hole. Okay. Alright. I just backed that out enough to get the screw in there. I can just line it up. I have to just line it up. Okay. Just gotta get that I can't even see where it is. It's in there. Huh. Yeah, it's right there. Just need to work it up. Push that in there and get it to start. Working against that spring, it's really difficult. And I lost it. Okay. Alright. So we'll push it up again. Oh yeah. Just get it up. Just enough to get a pin in there. Alright. Try it again. It'd be easier if I had a flashlight. I don't know how much this is getting on camera. I gotta line that hole up. Come on. Okay. Got it in there. Push that in there. Has to okay, so I need to line that up. I think I got it. Okay, so now we got the hammer spring in. Now, this is going to be the fun part. I've got to figure out how to move this in there, because I'm just assuming I'm doing this right. I got a choice of springs here, because the old spring was in pretty bad shape. So I'm going to try a new spring, which means I have to hold the, keep the spring from coming out while I slide that up in there. And it has to go. Okay, I'm going to grab, oh here they are. I'm going to make sure I didn't lose that spring already. Yeah, I did. Okay, so maybe if I keep it, I lost the spring again. I put a little grease on that, in that hole. And then put the spring in. Maybe the grease will hold the spring in. Okay. Here was the old spring, and it looked a little weak. And this spring may or may not be too see, I gotta get this is frustrating. I gotta get it up in there. It was not easy getting out, so I don't imagine it's going to be easy getting back in there, if you know what I mean. I gotta get around the hammer. I'm kind of going from this way. It should set right over the hammer, actually. I don't know if I can come in from the top or not. No, won't let me. Nope. Won't let me come in from the top. See this disconnector and the and it wants to come out, the spring wants to come out. Okay. See, once I get it in there, I don't want to take it apart any more than I have. So I know if I keep working at it, I'll figure it out. Alright. I kind of got it in there. It's crooked. It's actually going to get back behind that. And then I have to find the hole. Not right. How do I push that? Get it from this way. I gotta get my flashlight. Alright. I had to line up this pinhole right here while compressing that spring. Now I just need to drive right in all the way. I had to move this out of the way. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can't. It's working now. I can't There's full cock. I cannot force it forward. I think it has a half cock too. Right there. That's working. Full cock. That's working. So I fixed the problem with the accidental discharge. Now to put the rest of this thing together, I just got to remember how I did that. I know this goes in here like that, and then it slides on. And it catches, oh I see, it's got to go through that hole. There's a hole in here. It has to go in there. So actually, I'll put the spring on first. So I'll slide that in there like that. This goes on. Okay. And this keeps it locked in. If I spin it all the way this way, I can pull this pin out and pull the spring assembly out. So now I'm going to slide this on. Make sure that spring goes in that hole there in the front. Okay. I don't know what we're catching on. Ouch! Oh, I see. That has to, actually has to go into the okay. Now, the barrel has to go on. And I got to do that while I'm holding the spring. Okay, so I gotta line this up, and that's a lot of fun. That has to go in there. Sometimes I just have to make it go. All right. Force that spring down and then push the pin in. This is definitely not designed for field stripping. Okay. If I can get this in there. Sorry if this is a problem for you there. All right. These come in handy, I'll tell you. So now I just need to work this until that pin goes in. Oh boy, that has to go. We're not going anywhere until that pin goes in there. Very tight fit. Alright. And then that goes in. It has to go all the way in. Like that, and then this screw holds it in place. All right, now then let's see if it's still works. Okay. It's not pushing forward, so it's fixed. Now then, I'm gonna try the half cock, which is where it's at now. Honestly, don't know if that's shooting. Yeah, that's momentum, so I'm hoping. I needed to make that spring stronger. Right here too. And I think it's gonna work. Must have always worked that way. Okay. I can't really tell now. I'll have to try it again. This must go forward a little bit. It's some kind of inertial. Ooh, that's a strong spring. That firing pin spring's strong too. So I'm going to assume, yeah, it hits that firing pin and it works on inertia. I'm going to assume that because it's not really catching here. It can still move forward. Now, I did find grips. Unfortunately, the grip screws look like shit, but it is what it is. And the holes didn't quite line up. I had to elongate the holes, but I've had that issue before on my Star. Okay, I need my flashlight again. I'm kind of working in the dark here. So if you ever wondered how one of these comes apart, I may or may not have answered your question for you. I'd like to get some new replacement screws. These are all jiggered up, but they are original grips from the looks of them. And I also found another magazine for this, but I haven't bought it yet, but I know where it is. Okay, and then we'll find this one. Alright, it's it. Alright. I don't like them screws at all. But I got the right grips back on. Okay. So before I could push on that and it would fire, it would release the hammer. So now I've got, I think I've got it fixed, folks. All right.